There comes a time when people need to learn to withstand the storm. There's such a great spiritual storm that everybody must go through to grow spiritually. God does this to test your patience and your faith. People say, well, no, God doesn't do things like that. God does do that. Now, I'm going to back this up with several scriptures. Throughout Genesis through Revelation, God has tested His prophets and His people. For example, Noah and the ark. People thought he was crazy because he was building such a huge ark, which we would call it a ship. But the reason why he called it an ark, because it was a covenant between him and God. A spiritual covenant between Noah and God. Daniel in the lion's den. Now, how many people do you know that's willing to sit in a den of lions? One can only hope to have that much faith. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. Job, when he said the thing that he feared most had come upon him. And his wife told him to curse God and surely die, and he said, you talk as a foolish woman. Moses, in the wilderness, with 20 years, with nothing but grumpy, fussing people. Wanted to go back to Pharaoh, which would represent the world of today. But the thing that you got to remember most, and this is the beautiful part, when Jesus went to Calvary, was hung on a cross, and arose on the third day. So the next time you say, why God? Well, God just answered your question. That's right. God just answered your question. You see, you go through these things because that's the only way that you can build your faith and uphold your spiritual dignity. When God walked the face of this earth as His only begotten Son, He said unto His people, if you deny me before men, I will deny you before my Father. Spiritually speaking, what He was telling you was, if you are ashamed of me, then as I return home to prepare you a place, I will deny you the entrance of what I have prepared for you, because you were ashamed of me. And I did all of this because I love you, but yet you denied me before man. You denied me before my own creation. Thing is, when are you going to take heed? When are you going to walk away from the things that God has prepared for you? You have spiritual warfare. You have so much to go through. But the reward is wonderful. You see, it doesn't really matter what or how bad the storm is that you're going through. What matters is that you endure to the end. Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. Know this. Understand this. Feel free to say, you know what? I'm going to hold on. Feel free to say, I'm going to trust you, Lord. You are my strength. You are my rock. If you will take heed to what God is telling you, and what God is showing you so much, then I can honestly tell you that without a shadow of a doubt, you're going to love your reward that God has for you. Charity begins at home. Take heed to this message. Don't go out and do something for somebody to see what you can get out of it, because that's not how God works. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with